Welcome to Art Farm! Today, guys, we are going to get freaky. And we're going to create these class little freaky Frankensteins. Woo! Okay, so all we need are toilet roll tubes. We need some paints. Now, I use acrylic paints, but you can use poster paints or watercolors if you have those. But poster paint's probably great. If you're using acrylic paints, just be careful that you have an apron on you to protect your clothes, because it will not come off your clothes if you use acrylic paints. If you want to be safer, use poster paints or watercolors. Have some baby wipes just in case, you know. Brushes. Maybe some black pens. And scissors. Scissors, almost forgot. Be careful when you use the scissors as well. Okay, guys? And some water for cleaning your brushes as well. We also need a little bit of Pritt stick. We need some sticky eyes or googly eyes. I've often thought of putting these eyes on my glasses for the crack. Might do it later. And then we also need a couple of wee squidgy kind of foamy things, or you can use buttons or pom-pom balls, whatever you want. So these things are for the side of his neck. You know, Frankenstein has the bolts at the side of his neck like this. Okay? So that's all we need, guys. So let's get cracking. So let's put out some green paint. Oh, paper plates is another good idea as well, so you don't have to do any washing up, and you can chuck it in the bin when you're finished. Simple as. Okay, let's get our tube. Best way to hold it is with your hands inside the gap, so you don't have to touch the outside of it when it gets all paint. It saves all the mess. Get yourself a brush. I'm trying to find a good brush here, guys. There we go. And start painting. Wow, look at that green. That is class. So you really want to spread it out so that it's really flat. Okay? If you put it on and it's real thick like that, it's going to take forever to dry. You need to spread that out and it'll be dry in no time. Now, I'll also give you a tip. Now I'm going to be doing this very, very quickly for the video purposes. But you remember, you can pause this video at any time so that you need to maybe go and get something or fix something or whatever. But you can pause the video and you can actually blast the hairdryer over this so that it dries as well. I actually have one made up earlier here, which I'm going to work on straight after this, just to speed up the process. But you guys can pause it. And you can do as many of these as you like as well. You don't just have to do one, you can do loads. Which, as you can see, I like to do loads. So, here we go. We're getting this all painted in. Really spreads out now. So, as you see, it really dries quickly once you spread it out. If there's any lumpy bits, just turn it around, look at it and see. If you need somebody to help you, that's fine. Help is always good as well. But I love to do it on my own. And if you like doing it on your own, do it on your own. Because then you can be proud and you can say, look, I did all of this myself. But it's okay. If you need help, it's great to ask for help as well. So this is all painted in here now, guys. So I'm going to let this one dry. I can use this one for again. And I'm going to get my dry one now. So if you need to dry yours, just pause the video. Excellent. There we go. Look at that. And not an ounce of paint on my hand. No? Clean. Remember to clean your brush very carefully with your water. Make sure, especially if you're using acrylics, clean the brush, because if any acrylic dries on your brush, it's going to harden your brush and then you have to dump it. It'll never be able to be used again. So always clean. And then I like to dry mine with a wee bit of dry tissue. So you can have some tissue, some kitchen roll, stuff like that as well handy. And give it a good dry. Okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do is, with your dry tube, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put out a little bit of black. Just a little bit of black, not too much. We don't need to put out half the tube, just a little bit like that. And again, hands up inside the tube. And we're going to, as you can see here with my guy, we're going to paint the top, a little bit of the top black, okay? So basically, we're just going to draw a bit of a line around it like that. And if it's wonky, fine. We're not looking for perfect here. Frankenstein wasn't perfect. It's Halloween, remember? So the freakier the better. So nice freaky lines. There's mine there. So we're just going to circle the whole way around there, and then we're going to paint up the top of it just like that. Again, this is going to have to be dry as well, so I'm going to have to let this part of mine dry. I'm maybe going to blast the hairdryer on it in a second. Yes, in my house we use our hairdryer for art, not for our hair at all. I'm going to call it an art dryer. I do like to make up my own words as well. Okay, look, see that? Nicely smoothed in. And again, we're going to set this down. We're going to clean our brush. And then we're going to dry the brush. Okay, we all having fun so far? I hope so. Now, we're going to set these paints out of the way because that's the only paints that we needed. And set those out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get... Actually, I'm not going to dry this with a hairdryer yet because I can still work around it. So I'm going to get my googly eyes. I'm going to choose a half closed eye, I think. I'm going to put him there. Like that. Now you can draw on your own eyes if you want it. You don't have to have these. Or you can have the big googly eyes as well. That's that one there. Ah, look at that. And my two eyes are a bit wonky. Look at that. He looks like he's half. Okay, I'm going to get a thin brush this time. Now you might have different sizes of brushes as me. Just use what you have. And this time we're going to draw his mouth. Okay, so you can see here, the mouth here, right? So, I'm going to hold it here. And we're going to, I like to water it down a little bit with water because it makes it run smoother. And we're going to go, can you see here guys? We're going to go like smiley, half smiley face. Just like that. Can you see that? Okay. And then we're going to give him the stitches down to make his mouth. Whoa. Yeah. So again, if you make your paint a little bit watery, with some water, not too much water, just a little bit, it makes it run smoother. You can draw nice smooth lines like that, you see? Cool. Yeah, man, look at that. Woo! I wouldn't like to mess with him. Right guys, clean that brush again, get rid of that paint on the brush, always clean up after yourself. And what we're going to do now is we're going to get his bolts in. So get whatever you have, you can create your own bolts, use your imagination. If you don't have these wee foamy guys, as I said, you can use pom-poms, you can use stones if you want, little pebbles, you could use I don't know, you could use tissue, roll it up and stick it on, whatever you want to do. Buttons, whatever. Sweets. There's an idea, eh? So we get your Prit stick. And we're going to put a good blob of that glue on. So it's kind of thickish. See, like that? Nice thick glue. Careful now because our paint's still a bit wet. And then we're going to squeeze it. So a thumb on the inside and a finger on the outside. We're squeezing that in there like that. Same with this one. Yes, guys. Yes. Look at that. And this side, try and get even. Doesn't matter if it's not even, though. Remember, it's Frankenstein here. Look at this dude. Woo! Now, what we want to do is, right, you can leave it like that. Or, like me, you can give him some funky hair, which I like to do. So, before we do that, I'm going to give it a quick blast with a hairdryer. Where is it? Are we ready? Hope you like loud noise. And just like that, it's dry. So, let's get our scissors. Where are we? We're right here. And we're just cutting down little lines. Just down to the black line. As far as you can go. Watch the pinkies. Watch those fingers. If you need help with this, get some help. But it's always good to try it out yourself. But if you're new to using scissors, you may need some help. Now guys, wow, check out funky, freaky Frankenstein. Yes! And then you can fluff out his hair just like that. And there we have it. Woo! So guys, enjoy your Halloween celebrations and make loads of these guys to put around your house to freak everybody out. See you later!